For those who've seen the Zodiac, I have a question for you. Did you leave the movie going to look at all the letters and seeing if you can decipher them? Or if you're watching on Netflix where you're pausing every 2 seconds to go research it, take a look at the letters, go on Reddit, look at all the things to see in that moment what you can figure out. It poses a question. What if this movie wasn't made just only on the merits of the filmmaking, but to excite the public? To get the public engaged. In this review today, we are going to talk about the merits of the film, but also get into the good stuff, the theories of the Zodiac. Hi, my name is Jordan, and welcome back, my movie lovers. Here on this channel, I watch a movie, we talk about it, we share some memes and gifs, and just have fun. So I finally got around to watching the Zodiac a few weeks ago because it was on Netflix, and oh boy, what an experience. I feel like this film did something that not many films have done lately, and that was just to spark up a passion. Like, it reignited me wanting to get back into true crime. I have been on a true crime kick for such a while right now.
I'm gonna watch a murder show, I'm gonna watch a murder show.
I also forgot to mention puzzles. I love puzzles. Anyways, I feel like I haven't really seen a film that really sparked a passion since The Help, where it got me into wanting to be a writer, and I've been doing that since. Now, before I get into the good stuff with all the Zodiac theories that I have, which is probably why you clicked on this video first, let's talk about the merits of the film first. You know, since we are a film channel, I feel like this movie had everything that you would want from a 2007's film. You've got Jake Gyllenhaal, Mark Ruffalo, Robert Downey Jr. right before he's about to break out into his prime with Iron Man. For being honest, what actually pulled us into this film? Trying to find a clue. Trying to see if we can solve the Zodiac killer. I think we all want to crack a cold case. We want to be that person where they're like, oh, I'm gonna look at all the clues, I'm gonna put them together, and I'm gonna figure this out and crack the code. For me, every single time I see the Zodiac pop up on my social feed, I always remember when that one couple that looked at the letter and deciphered it because they just love puzzles, and I'm like, well, I can do that. I love puzzles. Now raise your hand if you've done that too. I know that's what you do. And if that's you, just drop a little emoji hand down in the comments so I know who was trying to crack the code. We might need to share our notes together. And like I said, this film had me stopping every single 2 seconds just to see if I can take a look at some of the clues, research, do all the stuff trying to crack this code. And thank goodness I was young when this film came out in theaters, because my goodness, I don't know if I can just sit still for that long with just gaining all this information, and I'm like, but I want to go solve this now. Whatever the screenwriter's original intent was, either to win awards, getting a paycheck, or even just being a fan of the Zodiac, I think one thing was pretty clear in the writing was this person understood that the Zodiac wanted this to be a game. Throughout the film, it felt like the cast was inviting you to the hunt. The reporters and directors, they don't get to see any of the murders, but we do. And so as they're going through all the information they have on the sidelines, you're like, wait, no, this is a key element. It's like we were watching a Dora episode yelling at the screen. And when no one can figure out what's happening, you want to be like, well, guess what? I think I can solve it then. And I do think the script was intentionally designed to get the public interested in this and actually engaged. It's a mystery to the detectives, a mystery to the Californian people at the time, and it's still a worldwide mystery. Like I said before, not only did I get drawn into a spiral of trying to figure out this case, I also started watching other true crime stuff. I've been watching this YouTube channel called Time of Crime. Really good YouTube channel. Go check them out. It's funny because I was trying to figure out what type of movie to watch after my Wicked for Good review. I knew that was going to be a hard video to follow. My friend suggested I should go see Marty Supreme, and so I did go see it. I didn't really care too much about it, and I just didn't have any opinions. But I did have opinions about Zodiac. Even if the movie left me thinking more about the case, I think that was the point of this film, just to make you really think about the case. I don't think it was written to win accolades. I just think it was written for the sole purpose of involving the public into this case. And also to have a good time.
I have the whole night to unwind.
And do a little self-care. The only way I know how.
I'm gonna watch a murder show, murder show. I'm gonna watch a murder show.
It's interesting because we are in a culture where true crime stuff is deemed fun for viewers and stuff, but it's an unsolved case. It's an unsolved puzzle, and I think a lot of us just really love puzzles. Oh my goodness, my cat is just running everywhere. And movies don't have to be award-winning just to be worthwhile. A film's main job is just to entertain. And personally, I was way more entertained with Zodiac than Marty Supreme. And you know what? We all have our different opinions. And don't get me wrong, I do think Marty Supreme is stronger artistically from a film level, like a film art level. Loyal, what are you doing? But other than that, I just didn't have anything else to say, and I had more stuff to talk about with Zodiac. In trying to bring this point all together, you don't have to have an opinion on every single film you watch. Just because something's popular or praised with the critics doesn't mean that it's going to relate with you. And I'll let you in on a little secret. If I have no opinions on a film, I will just log it in Letterboxd. I won't add a star, a heart, or even a comment. I just let it be because I'm like, I have nothing to say. Okay, I think we talked enough about the film. What are we, a film channel? No. Anyways, let's talk Zodiac theories. Okay, so I want to be very clear up front that with a lot of my observations, I have not done research on this. And if I do, I will let you know. And my research is the Reddit comments, so don't fight me. Okay, so on the screen, you are going to see one of the unsolved letters. It's the Z13 letter. Okay, so this is editing Jordan, and I am so stupid right now. The image that I'm about to show you was the first image I pulled up. It was from Reddit, and I should have looked a little bit, like 2 extra seconds, because I figured I want to let you know that all my accusations are now completely false because I did not do my research. I'm going to show you right now. Okay, so what happened is I pulled this up, which you're going to see, and you see that there's 3 lines right here. All the other ones are just 1. So that means the rest of this video is does not count, does not matter, because I am basing everything off of these 3 lines. So feel free to finish the video with me if you want and see how stupid I was. All right, back to the video. That is one of the letters that has never been solved, and it's supposed to have his name in there. So our objective is to try and crack that. Moving forward, feel free to pause anytime to research this letter, maybe try and solve with some of the information I gave you, whatever. Feel free to pause and play. Okay, so when approaching this letter, I was really thinking about the double letters because of that one couple on how they crack the code. They're like, well, obviously, once we figure out whatever words have double letters in them, then we could kind of start from there. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that's cool. Wait, no. If that was revealed, how they found out, the Zodiac's obviously going to see that, and he's going to be a little bit smarter. And so he's not going to do that. And so it got me thinking, I think he has an alphabet, like his symbol alphabet, and I think he uses about 3 letters per symbol. He has 3 symbols per letter. Okay, anyways, I think he's going to use 3 symbols per letter, and he's going to make it random, which makes this kind of hard. I started my investigation with the most obvious suspect, Arthur Lee Allen. You're going to see on the screen my findings. And so I ended up not trying to solve this letter with my findings there. I just kind of put all the symbols over the letters and just let that be. It wasn't because I didn't feel like solving it. It's because I started noticing some patterns. I started noticing some patterns on the actual letter that kind of got me paused for a second. So like one thing I noticed was the letter it's 3 lines, obviously. But then something else clicked. Everything on each line follows the same exact order. It just got rotated a quarter. And that alone I thought was really interesting. And then I counted all the characters on each line, and it was 13. And that's when I started seeing the pattern. In this letter specifically, the Zodiac is obsessed with the number 3, whether that's the number itself or somehow embedded into it, and I'll explain in a second. So you've got 3 lines, 13 characters on each line. You know, a quarter turn on the clock is 3. So it's 133 if you're tracking me. And once I saw that, I could not unsee it. And so the name structure I was using was a 3-part name, you know, first, middle, end. No one says, you know, first, middle, last name. And so that got me a little curious. So I went over to Reddit and asked, like, trying to figure out what people's thoughts were with Arthur Lee Allen. And it was pretty quick for most people to rule him out, that he is not the killer. And so I didn't feel like I should continue with Arthur Lee Allen. But there was another name in the comment section that kind of intrigued me a little bit. And his name was Brian Hartnell. Now, I could not find a middle name for him, but his whole name is 13 characters. Coinkadink, I don't think so. And so then I decided, okay, let me count all the characters on Zodiac. And it's 6. By the time I was learning all this and I was investigating everything, I was just so tired that I just went to bed. I was like, I'll just look at this in the morning. And I haven't really researched since then. And now it's been about a few weeks since I've seen the movie and did my findings. And so, you know what? I just don't believe my purpose is to decipher this letter. Cipher. I think my purpose is to provide the information that I discovered, so one of you guys can use those pieces to help you in your discovery. Let me know if my contributions helped with this case. I honestly don't know. I'm so sorry. I didn't do much research. This is just based on literally looking at the patterns and stuff. And also a Reddit comments just told me, maybe don't look at Arthur Lee Allen. But I will say, with my findings, it is really hard not to believe that the Zodiac was obsessed with 3 in this letter. So please take it as you will. And also, oh, hello, the letter is Z13. I'm now just new discovery right now. I don't know why I didn't think of that before, and this is like in the moment, new discovery. I just think he used 3 in somehow, like that was his core in this letter. Let me know your Zodiac theories. I'm so curious. I want to know if I was onto something, or you can be like, Jordan, you are so far away from this. Please do not go into true crime ever. You never become a detective. And if that's the case, hey, you know what? I need brutal, honest feedback. And on that note, if you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing. You know, on this channel, we talk movies and have fun. It's pretty simple. And until next time, continue sharing your Zodiac theories and keep watching movies.